Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So in this one here, I want to talk about episode 9. We actually got our first official look here. Some of the scenes here are probably from episodes 10, 11, and so forth, but we have a lot here from the first couple of episodes of the second part here. And man, this just seems so exciting. And to be honest, a lot of this stuff here really does, this is where the arc is. This is where the final season arc should be. And it's really amazing to actually start to see a lot of aspects to it changing. And so, yeah, there's a lot to talk about here. So obviously, before going further, I do have to warn you that this will contain spoilers for episode 8 here. And also, if you are new here, make sure to be a subscriber if you want more Walking Dead content like this. But let's get into the first shot of the trailer here because there's so much to talk about. So we have this shot here. This is obviously the aftermath of the attack in Alexandria. This is the day after. This could happen in episode 10. Because obviously in episode 9, they still got to deal with a lot of stuff. Unless when we pick back up with it, it's sort of a time jump, right? Like they just start here and we get flashbacks of what happened, or they just kind of explain what happened. But I don't know if they'll do that. I think we will see some scenes here, but we do have all this right here. We see this, obviously Alexandria was attacked, and they obviously did survive. We see this shot here of Daryl. This is him back in Alexandria. So this is pretty crazy. So this confirms that he does make it back right away. There's another shot of Daryl here. It looks like he's outside. They're having a fire. This is most likely from around the same time, because if you notice, he's wearing his vest here, and that's important because later on he's not. But yeah, he's wearing his vest here, and obviously they're just... I mean, I wonder if he'll make a speech here that is very similar to speeches that Rick has made when they were sitting around the fire. I remember in season 3 early on, they would sit around the fire quite a bit and talk about stuff. So I wonder if Daryl is going to make a similar speech, or just talk about something here. Because to be honest, it's been a while since we've gotten something like that. So it'd be kind of cool to see a moment like that again. We see a shot here of Judith running up, and she actually is running up to Daryl. So yeah, Daryl does make it back home, which obviously wasn't too much of a surprise. We have this shot here of Maggie, and it's Maggie and Negan, and obviously they're fine. So this is them traveling back to Alexandria. So it's kind of funny because episode 8 ends on a cliffhanger, but this practically confirms that they are just fine. They're 100% fine, right? And this is where things get really interesting here. We have the shot of Jerry, and he's reacting to something. And in the trailer, I was like, or while watching the trailer, I was like, oh, he's totally reacting to the Commonwealth. This is something that's brand new to him. You can see it in his eyes. He's wondering, what the hell is this? But it literally, in the next shot here, we see the Commonwealth arriving. So this is literally ripped out of the comics. This is the stuff that I knew that happened, actually. That they did arrive, and I believe it was supposed to happen in 8, but there was a certain aspect to it that I won't talk about yet. But yeah, they are arriving here in Alexandria, and this is going to be exciting. This is when they first get introduced to the group. And not only that, what's really cool here is that we actually see so many of our characters in the Commonwealth. They actually go and travel there. This is really big. They jumped forward so fast here. We have this shot here of Gabriel. Obviously, this is probably around the same fire that Daryl's at, right? And so they're having this... I mean, honestly, this might not be outside of Alexandria. This could just be after the Reaper battle. It seems like they all survive, although I'm kind of curious about Elijah, but we'll see if we see him later on in the trailer. We do see shots of the Commonwealth, and they're obviously trying to break into this building here. They might be trying to arrest someone, I'm guessing. We have this shot here of Ezekiel, and I don't know why he's dressed, or Ezekiel, Eugene. I don't know why he's dressed like that, but we have Lance Hornsby there. He just looks menacing here, and there's going to be some terrifying stuff here. Eugene's going to know some stuff, but behind closed doors like this is where the Commonwealth are going to get really scary. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see what this means. Obviously, there's going to be some pretty messed up stuff where they do kill their own people because they disagree with their orders, or they're trying to retaliate, so they don't really care. It's kind of messed up. But we have this shot here of Lance Hornsby, and he's making the speech, and then we get our first official first look at Pamela Milton here. This is insane. Obviously we got that photo before. That photo I'm not including as, I guess it is a first look, but this is our actual first scene with the character. We can see the character in motion, and she's obviously going to be giving a speech here. I mean, she is looking at her. It's this is Pamela Milton. I can't believe it. She just looks incredible. This is the character from the comic. I'm so blown away by that. I really cannot wait for the second part. I really think it's going to be miles better than the first part, because There is so much that they can do here. This is where the story is. This is the story that I've been waiting for a long time, but we had to deal with a lot of the Reaper stuff, which was fun, and I definitely enjoyed it. And it actually seems like we're going to be getting some more of that in the second part. It seems like it might not be ending like we were thinking, but yeah, based off of first impressions of what Pamela Milton looks like here, like she looks like the character. Like she's kind of wearing that white pearl necklace there. I think it's white anyways. She wears necklaces like that. The hair is pretty, very, very similar. I mean, the outfit's the same. Remember, this character is very powerful. Like she is a part of like the Kennedy family. Like the writers and producers and stuff of The Walking Dead have hinted that she is a part of a family, like in the old world, that was as powerful as like the Kennedy family, right? Like in terms of politics. So the Milton family is that big. So you have Pamela Milton here. Everyone's going to be in awe and staring at the character. And yeah, I really can't wait. I mean, it's pretty crazy because we know her son, right? We met her son, Sebastian Milton, and he was horrible. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Then we see this shot here of Rosita. I don't know who's on the left of Rosita, but we see Daryl. And if you remember earlier, I said like he was wearing his vest. He's obviously not wearing his vest here. He's wearing a different outfit here. Daryl and it looks like they're trying to abide by their rules, but this is at the Commonwealth. We see Mercer here. Like Mercer is actually talking with them, and this is insane. Like honestly, this is pretty crazy. Like to actually have Daryl here in this scene is pretty remarkable. But then we get Carol here at the Commonwealth, and obviously Carol's gonna be all skeptical. And this is the fun part. This is the stuff I can't wait for. I want our main characters to be there because they're the ones who are gonna like. It's fun to see Eugene and Yumiko and them kind of snooping around and trying to figure out what the Commonwealth is all about. It's more fun to have Carol or Daryl there because they're like our main characters, right? So this is this is going to be fun. Obviously, Carol's going to be very skeptical because of her background and stuff that she's been through, right? She's going to be looking at the Milton family and wondering, what the hell is this? Like, what's going on with this whole thing here, right? So it's going to be interesting. I really wonder where they're going. We see Daryl here. He looks like he's kind of snooping around. This has to be at the Commonwealth. It's definitely not at the Reaper base because, I mean, just it doesn't make any sense here. It's definitely not in Alexandria or anything like that. This is at the Commonwealth for sure. We see this shot of Ezekiel and Princess, and they got an outfit change, and obviously Princess has to wear more colors. Like I'm glad they kept the pink there, just because that's kind of the vibe we get with the character, right? We have this shot here of Carver, and that's interesting because this is in a totally different building. This is not anywhere near the Reaper base. So Carver makes it out, and we also have a shot later of Leah making it out. So we'll talk about that right away. But that kind of teases how the arc is going to wrap up, right? Or how episode 9 is going to wrap up. Like it seems like Carver and Leah do survive. So the Reapers are going to survive for a little bit. We have this shot here of Maggie, and Maggie's looking down from Alexandria's walls. There's the Commonwealth troop right here. It's hard to tell, but in motion you can tell off the back of their helmet. So this is crazy for Maggie to be seeing this. I mean, also she cut her hair, if you notice, because before her hair was a bit longer. She cut her hair here to more of that season, I would say season 4 look, right? In season 4, her hair was about at this length, so that's kind of cool. And then the next shot here is of Leah, and yeah, Leah. This is during the day, so Leah does survive. This is much later, so the Reaper arc is going to continue into part 2. It's not wrapping up. And I guess our predictions on that was definitely like, see, that is where I am happy with everything. This is where episode 8 makes a lot more sense, right? Like, obviously they weren't going to wrap everything up in that episode because there was so much still more, or there was more to tell with Leah and with Daryl and all that, and the Reaper arc. The Reapers, I would say they're much less of a group now. There's just a couple of people, I'm sure, and we'll see how they integrate into the whole story of Alexandria and the Commonwealth. But it seems like we're just going to focus more on these few people here. And maybe Leah tries to join Alexandria. Maybe there's a certain point where she's like we should just join. Maybe all of us join, right? And then maybe Carver will, maybe there's some issues with Carver, but maybe eventually he will say, okay, sure. I don't know where the story is going to go here because it's 100% original material, but the Reaper arc isn't ending anytime soon. And I'm definitely a big fan of that. But yeah, overall, this trailer, if you watched it and you weren't excited at all, I mean, I guess, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I watched it. I'm so hyped for part 2. The Walking Dead returns February 20th. So it's returning in, what is that? That's 4 months away, which seems so long. It seems so long away. But I mean, I guess that takes episodes 9 to 16 all the way until the end of April, right? Which I'm guessing that's when Fear Season 7 will pick up. And then, yeah, we'll have to see where we go from there. I really can't wait, though. I'm so happy they revealed what they revealed. I feel so much better about the Commonwealth arc and the direction the show's going. This was the footage I wanted in the trailer. I wanted to see them at the Commonwealth. I wanted to see a little bit more of that, right? And we got it. This is totally what I wanted. This feels more like the Comic-Con trailer that we already got back in July. So yeah, I'm so excited for this. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on this, breaking down everything here, all the little Easter eggs and all that. So if you're new here, make sure to be a subscriber if you want to get all of that. This is sort of my reaction and just like breakdown of the trailer, my general thoughts. So I'll look into it more in depth. So expect a lot more videos on this. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.